Ryeojin Park, the beauty of miscommunication. The beauty of miscommunication, Ryeojin Park.
Good evening, Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, and future miscommunicators. Some people might think they misheard the title, The Beauty of Miscommunication. Doesn't everyone here want to be a better communicator, but not a miscommunicator? Today, I will share my story of how miscommunication helped and improved my life. You'll be surprised how delightful miscommunication can be. First, thanks to miscommunication, I fell in love with my charming Irishman and happily married him. When I first met him, he was still fresh off the boat. Since I'm not a native English speaker, I was only able to understand him maybe up to 40% of the time. However, our relationship wasn't hindered by miscommunication. Rather, looking back, that might be the height of our romantic relationship. From my point of view, he was the most optimistic person I have ever met. Whenever we had bland meals and watched the most boring movies, his response was, "That was grand." Grand? Doesn't it sound a lot like a grandiose, right? So I thought, yes, I am dating such an amazingly positive person. Good job. Little did I know, in Irish, it was grand means it was barely okay. Well, it was a little too late. He already stole my heart. From his point of view, I was just a perfect conversational partner. Whenever he talks about his favorite topic, soccer, which I had no clue about, I always nodded and smiled back at him. While listening to him, I was only thinking about how gorgeous his smile was. Yep, woman can be shallow. But seriously, if you are a Toastmaster, don't you feel so rewarded and engaged when you see nods and smiles in your audience during your speech? I mean, the best audience ever, right? That's how I stole my husband's heart. Miscommunication also saved our marriage. Have you ever learned a second language using a textbook? Textbooks never teach you how to express anger, and of course, never include any vulgar words. Can you imagine one of these little fuzzy, cute friends curse at you? They only teach you how to express gratitude and to be polite, just like this. Therefore, whenever I had a conflict with my husband, my default response was very civilized. I mean, of course, my husband loved it, even though my mind was up to 90 with all dirty Korean vulgar words. Plus, I couldn't fully catch all the nuances of his Irish cynicism. So again, I nodded and smiled back at him. Ironically, this helped our marriage immensely because we were able to reflect, not react. Finally, miscommunication also helped my relationship with my in-laws. The notoriously difficult relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law is almost a standard trope of a Korean TV drama. But actually, I found it was quite true. Last summer, my mother-in-law came over from Ireland in order to help with our newborn baby. I mean, of course, I truly appreciate her support and help, but I was just recovering from a surgery and had a typical postpartum mood swings. So we had quite many conflicts. Oh, wait, no. I cannot say conflicts. When you say conflicts, it takes two to tango, right? Most of the times, I couldn't understand her thick Irish accent and her polite complaints. So you know what I did? I again nodded and smiled back at her. Sometimes I even found out that we had had a conflict only after she apologized about the instance. Miscommunication is frustrating, but it is inevitable and it can happen anywhere. Once, one of my professors at U of A told me that if you cannot fix it, just feature it. Next time, when you are frustrated by miscommunication, I hope you remember my featured story of how miscommunication can bring up some peace and joy sometimes. And please don't forget, nod and smile, no matter what. Madam Contest Chair,